And we're back to learning Gimp, and this time I'm going to show you this blast text effect. I don't really know how to name this, so I just called it blast because this is the style that we're going to use in the filter. We've got a black background as a start. I use the type tool T right here. And I press Ctrl A, and now let me make it white. And you can use that with any text that you want, obviously, but I would suggest that you use it in all caps. Let me make it a bit bigger, so once again I press Ctrl A to have it all selected, and let me put it in center. Or maybe it's still too small. So we once again use the type tool, press Ctrl A, 250 maybe is fine. Use the alignment tool, click on it, and then I center it. So we've got the text on a different layer in the background, and now copy the text layer 4 times. So we need it for left, right, top and bottom. And I put this one to the top, which is the original. I'm going to keep it the way that it is. Let me go to the copy 1 layer. I go to filters, distorts, and there's a wind filter. Check the preview first. And for style, I'll use blast. You can obviously also use the wind option. In many cases, it creates interesting results as well. For the direction, we've got 4, which is why we have 4 copy layers. For the edge affected, you don't want to use trailing. When you use blast as a style, it doesn't work. The other ones are fine. I'll stick to both here. And then just play around with these 2 sliders. You've got threshold and strength. And you can randomize the result by clicking on new seed. I'm fine with this one. Once again, this is for the left direction. So now I use the filter again for the second layer and I make it right. Third layer, I reshow the filter. This time I make it top. And the final copy layer, I go to filters, reshow wind, direction bottom, and confirm it. When you do it like this, you should have a similar result, but you may have noticed that the text is not that readable anymore, so it's a good idea to recolor it, for example, with the bucket tool. But a better idea is even to give it an outline. So right click on this text layer, alpha to selection, and then you want to grow it a little, you can do so under select. The size, it depends on what you've got. Let me try 10. But I guess that was a little bit too big. And it was too big. So in my case, I want to shrink it a little bit. Let me go down by 5. So I've grown it by 10 and then shrink it down by 5. Just to try and test it out. But 5 is a good value to start. Now open a new layer. I call it outline and it's transparent. Put it below the text layer and then use the paint bucket tool on it, and this will give you your outline. I've used the black foreground color, so my outline is black. Let me blur it a little bit, so I'm still on the outline layer. I go to filters, blur, and I want to use the Gaussian blur, or not the lens blur, I want to use Gaussian right here. Check the preview again first, and then maybe use like 3. Let me use this value, 3.46, that's fine. And I confirm it. Now go to the top layer that you've got, which is our text layer, and click on this icon down here to merge it. You want to merge all the layers that you've got, so the text and the blast effect is now on a single layer. And then I go to colors and colorize. Once again, preview is checked first. Let me go down with the lightness and up with the saturation. And then you can adjust the hue right here. If you want to have it red, green, whatever. And this is how you can create this blast text effect in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.